Hi, my name's Ashley.
Hi, my name is Edith.
Hi, I'm Manny. I was 15 years old when I got pregnant.
I was 14 years old when I got pregnant.
I have a 1.5-year-old daughter named Hazel.
I'm 17 years old now, and before I got pregnant, I went to Carmel High School.
If you ask any of them, they'll say, it's not that I regret my child, it's just that I regret when I had my child. And many of them say things to me like, I wish that you had a time machine and that I could hand you my baby and experience my life for the next 10 years and have you come out in 10 years and hand me my child perfectly as they are. They just need more time to grow up. They don't want to give up their teen years. And having to do that and to take care of somebody else when you're not even really sure how to take care of yourself, I think has got to be one of the most challenging things anyone could experience. It's a transformational process for each and every young woman that comes into the Blossom Project. Things that I see change are self-esteem. I see their self-esteem come up. They're developing communication skills as well as public speaking skills. The bonds that the young women in that group have is like a sisterhood. In fact, we refer to each other as Blossom Sisters. And they're able to support each other in a way that no one else can identify with them. They're able to support each other in such a unique and beautiful way. They created a little family. The hardest scenario, I think, is when a young woman decides to maintain her pregnancy and her family wants her to terminate, and the bullying or the pressure that can occur and how alone she can feel.
I found I was pregnant. I told my boyfriend. He took me to the doctor, and they told me I was pregnant. And he wanted to tell my parents, but I told him to wait. So I was hiding my pregnancy.
How long did you hide your pregnancy for?
For 3 months.
Okay. And had they met your boyfriend?
No.
How long had you been hiding him?
A year. He came over and he knocked on the door, and my dad answered the door, and my dad asked him, who are you, what do you want? And my boyfriend told him that he wanted to talk to him, and my dad let him in. And they were in the living room. My dad called me, and my boyfriend told him that he got me pregnant, and it was the first time they were meeting each other.
That must have been really stressful.
Yeah, it was really hard. I was crying, I was sad. And my dad got mad. He started screaming. He told my boyfriend to get out of the house. And I went running to my room crying because I was really sad because I was really attached to him. Mm-hmm. And things changed. Like, he stopped talking to me. I'll say hi. He would ignore me. And that really hurt me a lot. I would have like my daughter later. Like, I would have been still like in school, like happy.
It's a common stereotype, right, to believe that having a baby will bring me closer to my boyfriend or having a baby will bring me closer to my girlfriend. In fact, the opposite is true.
I love you. I shall love you all through this life and the next and the next.
When I got pregnant, things were still really good. Like, we were together basically all the time. Like, we didn't really fight that much. But in my 7th month of pregnancy, I moved from Indiana, which is where he lived, to California. And so we didn't get to see each other every day, and he came to visit when the baby was born, and he stayed for a little while. But in those months between, like, me moving to California and the baby being born, like, we fought over the phone all the time. Like, we were just drifting apart. He was kind of going back to being, like, immature. And so we just fought a lot. When the baby got born, it was even worse because he was just, like, that's when I really saw how immature he was. Like, because he would get upset with me over everything, and he wouldn't help with the baby. Like, at night, I was the only one waking up. Like, it was just bad. Like, it was good because I had the baby, but I feel like it should have been less stressful. We want to be together, but it's just hard. Like, the distance, having a baby, like, I feel like he's irresponsible, and we both don't really trust each other.
If you were older, do you think it would be better?
Yeah, because I would be stable on my own, and I think he would be more stable. And, like, right now, I just kind of resent him because he's not there helping, and I don't feel like he's making a huge effort to come here to help or to, like, help in the long run.
The child of a teen parent is more likely to become a teen parent herself. And so if we can educate them on how to protect themselves from future unwanted pregnancies, we can break that cycle. Break that cycle that leads to teens living in poverty, not being able to finish high school, not going to college, relying on government assistance. So I work to provide them with that support that they deserve.
My mom was the first one who found out that I was pregnant because I told her, and she's the one who told my dad because I didn't have the nerves to tell him, and my dad was the first time he ever cried. He was really disappointed.
Why was he disappointed?
Because his expectations for me were like not to be like the rest of my family, which I have younger cousins who are pregnant and have kids already. And he wanted me to finish high school, go to college, and have it easy, because I had it easy at my house already, so I had no worries about anything else.
80% of teens say they have felt pressure to have sex or to do something sexual.
He isn't ready for it.
He's not ready for what?
For being a dad and being in a relationship.
Are you ready to be a mom?
No, but I'm trying. I'm trying to be a mom, finish high school. I'm trying to do everything, and like, I don't understand why he can't try. He was one of the persons who like pushed me and said, keep the baby, or like, there was a point that he said, keep the baby or a relationship sort of ends. Like, I didn't want to lose him. And he got me so into it that I was like, all right, well, yeah. And then like when we had our huge fight probably a while back, it was the first time he said, I wish I would have waited for that baby. And so I was like, I'm already 5 months pregnant, what can I do now? Maybe as an adult, I would have already had a stable home, been with a partner that I've been with for a long time, and I would have been done with school, had a nice job. But right now it's like, I'm about to finish high school, and then I still have to go to college. I'm living with my parents, and I think half of the time my parents are the ones who are going to provide for my son. So it's like,
so why do the moms want to educate students their age?
Got it. Okay. A lot of the young women who are in my leadership group are looking to make a difference in the community. And if you can imagine having an experience that was so difficult that it changed your life, and then imagine that if you shared that experience, you could save other people from that same pain. They are so excited to have an opportunity to share their experience to change the lives of others. And many of them articulate that they wish that somebody had come to their school and shared their story of how difficult it was to be a teen parent. Because maybe, just maybe, if someone had shared that information with them, they could have made a different decision.
Pregnancy is the #1 reason girls drop out of high school. 65% of these girls will never graduate.
Every year, 3 million teens get an STD. That is 1 in 8 teenagers.
Half of teens say they have never thought about how pregnancy would affect their lives. Have you thought how pregnancy would change your life?
The change, the shift that they experience in becoming a teen parent is huge. And it means so much to them to be able to share their experience and to help others from experiencing that same pain.
Being a teen parent means not having anything in common with my friends anymore.
Being a teen parent means not having time to do the things I want to do.
Being a teen parent means having less but always getting more.
Being a teen parent means staying home and changing stinky diapers instead of going out with my friends.
Being a teen parent means doing homework until 4 a.m. because the baby didn't want to go to sleep.
The most common response, I think, is shock. They're really surprised to hear how difficult it is to be a teen parent.
Having sex has
life-changing consequences.
But what we really want them to get out of it is the education of it, for them to realize these aren't scare tactics, these are the truth. This is the truth of, these are real stories about teen moms that are struggling. They're struggling through how to get through high school, how to maintain a relationship with the baby's father, how to maintain a relationship with their own families and their own friends, how to get through a tremendously difficult experience with as much grace and empowerment as they can. They tackle two big problems. One is individuals who are pregnant and parenting teens aren't receiving enough support. The other side of it is that there's lots of young men and young women who aren't receiving the education that they should be receiving about really how difficult it is to be a teen parent. And if I can take these individuals and give them leadership skills, train them on how to speak and how to share their story in a purposeful way, they can take their stories to this population, to this side. And then these individuals get to hear from their peers really how difficult it is, because being a teen parent is even more difficult than being a parent as an adult. And being a parent as an adult is the hardest job in the world. So can you imagine trying to be both a parent and a teen at one time? And hearing that from their peers about really how difficult that is, they're listening. That's not a teacher talking at them. That's their peers talking to them.